Hello everyone, it's me, Clayton. I just got back from watching Crawl, produced by Sam Raimi and starring Barry Pepper. Now, this is one of those movies that actually wasn't screened to critics beforehand, so there weren't any early critic reviews before the movie came out. A lot of people thought that would make this movie kind of confirmed to be an absolute garbage fire, but it's actually anything but that. It's a surprisingly tense, really well done movie that makes full use of its premise and doesn't last so long to overdo it. But let's get to the story, shall we? In a town in Florida, a young woman named Haley has to try to save her father in a hurricane when he's underneath the house that he was trying to sell. Unfortunately, when she ends up finding her father, played by Barry Pepper, it turns out that the entire house and the entire street is not only flooded beyond belief, but also surrounded with vicious man-eating alligators. So it's up to Haley, her father, her dog, and a bunch of quick thinking in order to get out of the situation and make out before they become alligator chow. And that's pretty much it. The premise is very simple. It's clearly a survival thriller movie, and it really does work mainly because it doesn't have its characters act like a bunch of idiots in a way that you'd expect from a lot of these films. They do make mistakes along the way, to be sure, but a lot of them feel very human and very naturalistic. And, not to mention, the actual scares of the movie don't feel like unearned jump scares. There's a tense atmosphere throughout the entire film, not only from the alligators, but from the few survivors that our main characters find throughout. Some helpful, some not. Not to mention the acting throughout is very well handled. The effects on the alligators isn't always perfect, but it looks good enough to the point where the effects don't really bother you. And the effects that do look good are the practical ones, such as the one used for injuries and blood spilling, which definitely feels not only brutal, but also adds to the tension of the story. Now, the characters involved, Haley and her father, are definitely have just enough character to get you to care about them. Haley being a struggling competitive swimmer, and her father being her former coach. It definitely isn't the most they could have done, but then again, the film's only about 90 minutes long, so it had to move along the story quickly. And the fact that they spend a lot of the film in just one location, this one house, really does make you know that both this film was kind of made on a budget, and two, that they were able to use the location to its fullest. Mainly because it's a varied location, so you never feel bored of the place, and there's always danger lurking around practically every corner. Even though Sam Raimi only produced this film, you can feel his fingerprints all over it, from the gore to the dialogue to the heartfelt scenes to the tense moments. It made me think that perhaps he didn't just produce the film; he also had a big hand in some of the creative decisions, especially because the director here apparently has made a bunch of stinkers before making this one. So either he's improved significantly or Sam helped him out. I'm not sure which one. But overall, there's not much else to say about Crawl. It gives you exactly what you'd expect from its premise, and it delivers on what you'd want. So, Crawl gets an 8.5 out of 10. See you next time.